Good evening, everyone. How you doing today? This is Yusuf Chowdhury once again, tuning in from San Antonio, Texas. It is 10:01 p.m. Central Time. And tonight's topic will be about YouTube, but more specifically on how to increase visibility for your YouTube videos. If you have a YouTube channel or YouTube videos, or if you want to start utilizing YouTube. Just give me a second here, a few seconds, and let me just go ahead and share this. Making sure it's in my on my post. All right. So let's go and start this, shall we? It's been raining today, just a little bit here outside San Antonio. All right. So that is the topic, how to increase visibility for your YouTube videos. Okay. So I'm going to talk about that. I want to talk about some of the tools that you can use to run a couple of keyword research, or how to come up with an interesting title, how to create thumbnails and whatnot, that kind of stuff, right? So before diving into the actual techniques on how to increase visibility for your YouTube videos, the first thing is you have to have some sort of proper plan and also strategy, right? Because without a plan, without a strategy, all your work and effort is going to be basically useless, right? The first thing is, the first question you need to ask yourself, like, if you're a business, then what kind of business you're in? If you want to start a YouTube channel or YouTube videos, what is that YouTube video going to be about, right? Because at the end of the day, you have to understand who are you targeting those videos for? Like, who is your ideal customers, your ideal audience, your target audience, whatever you want to call it, it's all the same. So the first thing is what I'm going to share and what is going to be the purpose and why I'm doing this, right? Like, what do I want to achieve from creating these videos? If you already have one, but you want to increase the visibility for it, then you have to talk about the planning and the strategies. The first thing is, I would basically mention something like, what kind of content you're going to produce on a consistent basis that'll be super valuable to your target audience, right? I mean, you can do something like, tips, videos like tips, videos like how-to type of videos. You can do like, educational materials, tutorials, interviews kind of stuff, or even a testimony from clients, right? But you have to be consistent. So the first thing is, I want to make sure that I have to be consistent when I produce this valuable content-based videos, so the audience can enjoy it and learn from it, or they basically going to get some sort of impact. Marvin, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. New Orleans in the house. Thank you so much. So that's the first thing. When you create valuable content on a consistent basis, these content can be like, how-to videos, tips videos, education, and so forth. So forth. Lilan Best, nice to see you again, Yusuf. Thank you for tuning in, Lilan. Appreciate it. So the first tip is create valuable content on a consistent basis. Once you come up with that plan, and if you decide to do it on a weekly basis, yes, must invest the time. Absolutely, Marvin. Consistency, right? Consistency is very, very important. By the way, folks, if there's an issue with the live streaming, let me know, because I'm getting notifications saying that the Wi-Fi probably causing some lag. Just let me know if something is not coming up correctly, okay? So once you make the decision, how many times on a consistent basis you are going to provide this amazing content for your audience so they can benefit, they can learn, you can answer their questions, their pain points, challenges, and so forth, right? That's the first thing. The second thing is, when you upload those videos, you have to understand what optimizing videos mean, right? When I say optimize your videos, I'm talking about like making sure that you do the keyword research to understand what type of terms your audience are searching for. You got to look into something called title tags and the description that you are going to add it on the video, right? And what sort of call to action I'm going to put below the description of the video, right? Leland, let's see. Facebook is having a few audio issues with popping and broken audio now and again. It's a global issue they're working on. Okay. Periscope is better tonight than Facebook and connection. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Marvin. Thank you for letting me know. So first thing is make sure you create valuable content, optimize those videos. So once you optimize the videos, there's another option that you can utilize where you can get some traffic from those videos back to your website. And the reason I'm saying this, I know the subject is about YouTube videos, right? But understand that all these social media channels, you do not own them, right? I mean, you are going to use them to take those traffic back to your website eventually, because your website is your real estate, right? So you can use another option to take those traffic back to your website, and understand that the way the social media algorithm works, it's mostly about engagement and also interaction. So you have to make sure that when you produce these YouTube videos, go ahead and share them on the social channels, even though Facebook might prevent some type of the viewer counts, but that's fine. I mean, at least people will be aware of it, right? On Twitter or on LinkedIn or your Facebook. So these are the basic planning and the strategies that you want to put. Consistency, great content, optimize and push on a weekly basis, maybe minimum once a month. And then, of course, I'm going to talk about in a few minutes some of the strategies on how to increase the visibility, right? But in the beginning, got to make sure that you have the strategy or the plan in place. Makes sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay? So that's the first thing. Now, let's talk about some of the tips on how to increase the visibility of your YouTube videos. My first tip is going to be you have to utilize and or implement thumbnails, right? You have to use thumbnails. It is super crucial, and it's very, very important, because when you don't use a thumbnail, what happens is that some, believe it or not, when you upload the video directly to YouTube, right? What happens, YouTube automatically pick any scene from the video that you created. So if there's a scene like myself, like, face-to-face video, you might end up coming like this and that, and that snapshot going to be taken, or like putting your, finger in your nose. So that's going to be the screenshot of the video. So you don't want that to happen. And then what happens when people search for a content on the YouTube page, your video is like everybody else, right? There's no something that can alert the viewer or some sort of noticeability. Like nobody can notice it because they all look the same. So that's why you have to create a thumbnail, right? And you can do this by using several tools I'm going to mention in a few minutes. So once you upload the video and everything is completely uploaded, and you put the title and the description and whatnot, you can go to the the settings and upload this JPEG image thumbnail for that particular video. If you are presenting it with your face, then have your face there with a big text, right? Because it will stand out. Not a small text or like bullet points or like a full paragraph. Nobody can read that on an image, especially on the mobile device. Does that make sense, folks? I hope that makes sense, right? So make sure you create the thumbnail. Is very, very important, because that's what attracts the viewers first when they search for content on the YouTube search engine, right? That's number one. Number two, make that thumbnail stand out. What I mean by stand out, big text, easy to read, easy to see. You know what I mean? So it can stand out. Don't use colors similar to the YouTube brand, like red text or white background, because you don't want to have what do you call it, thumbnail similar to the YouTube brand, because that's going to cause some sort of confusion and easy on the eye. Okay. So the first thing is start a thumbnail, make it stand out. Don't use colors similar to YouTube colors, and use significant text within the thumbnail. What I mean by that, don't use a full paragraph. Just 3 to 4 words. If your title says, 10 lists on how to fight like a ninja, right? You're gonna say 10 lists on how to fight like a ninja. That's it. You don't have to put all the description and the bullet point. I mean, who can read that? The title itself can stand out. Even 2 or 3 words, if it stands out, make sure that the texts are kind of significant, right? So these are tip number 4. Tip number 5: use a keyword. Question-based title, right? So you don't want to have, let's say, if you're going to do a yoga class, it's not going to be yoga 101. That's kind of lame, not lame, but it's kind of generic and boring, right? But if you say how to start yoga for beginners, or how to start yoga for high schools, or how to start yoga for professional teachers, for example, or the best way to start yoga today, something a little bit interesting. Or you can use a question like how, what, and when. Make sense? So these are tip number 5 when it comes to on how to increase visibility. So make sure you write these things down, okay? The tip number 6, you have to use some of the keyword research tools to basically find out what my audience are searching and what are they looking for, so I can use this question or similar title to the question so I can create the content for this question. Why? Because my audience are looking for these answers. They're searching for it. So why not you or I be the person to provide the solution? So for that, there are a couple of tools I can ask you to use. Some of them are completely free. Some of them are not. So let me share with you this one tool right here. One second. And by the way, guys, feel free to ask while I'm presenting this. And if y'all enjoying watching this live streaming, please do me a favor. Go ahead and tag some of your cool business colleagues. Share this video with them or invite them. I would highly appreciate it. Let me share the screen. So one of the tools called keywordtool.io. As you can see, it can pull popular key phrases and keyword or question-based keyword for a specific niche and whatnot. Google, YouTube, Bing, Amazon, eBay, Play Store, Instagram, and Twitter. Pretty awesome, right? It's not free. I mean, you do have to pay for it. But you can use some of these free options to your advantage. So I typed the word yoga and keyword suggestion, and this is the popular search term on YouTube, as you can see. So this should give you an idea. If these terms are relevant to what you do, what you provide, or relevant to your subject, then you can use something similar, okay? You can also click on the question and see what kind of question people are asking within YouTube for this kind of niche or subject, right? You can also see what kind of hashtag is coming up for this keyword. Does that make sense? Okay, so this is one. My first favorite, the second tool I'm gonna highly recommend that you all need to use for your YouTube videos is Answer the Public. So Answer the Public basically is attached to Google's database. When I type the word keyword yoga today, I got 200 questions. So all these popular questions that the interested audience or target audience are asking. So I can use this question as a title for my YouTube videos. Why yoga is the best exercise, for example. So when I click on this, it will take me to Google. Then it will show me what kind of content is showing up, what kind of information is popping up, what kind of people also ask question is popping up. I can also use these for my YouTube videos, right? I can use some of these information, research them, and share them on my other social channels. I can even talk about them as a YouTube video. Look at this, 50 reasons yoga is better than the gym. Okay, does that make sense? So check out and look at these videos. I see this awesome yoga videos with the thumbnail. This is a thumbnail. This one didn't have a thumbnail, but this one has a thumbnail. It's so good. I don't know what does that mean. Okay, all right. A couple of images and some other stuff come popping up and other keywords right here. Okay, so these are the tools. Excuse me. When it comes to keyword, use keyword.io. Keywordtool.io, or of course Answer the Public, because we do need to know what the audience are looking for so I can provide the answer. Okay, so these are the two that I mentioned: the keywordtool.io, Answer the Public, And the last one is the Google Keyword Planner. So if you have a Gmail account, you should have free access to Google's Keyword Planner. It's completely free. The interesting thing about the Google Keyword Planner, you can basically select your city and type the keyword and see what kind of questions or keyword or search terms your audience are asking for. Okay. So that was tip number 6 on how to use these tools. We're still talking about how to increase visibility for YouTube channel. Tip number 7, start with an introduction in your description. So when you upload the video, when you post it, you have the description box. On the description box, you can say something like, for more information, click this website. Then after that, you have to kind of describe in a brief format what this video is about. I mean, this can definitely help with the YouTube search engine, and of course, it will also give the viewer an idea. If they want to watch the whole, let's say, 10-minute video, they want to get a little bit of idea what is it about, right? Thank you, as always. I learned a lot. Michelle, thank you so much. You're most welcome. Okay, so make sure you put a description below the video, and when you describe the video, I try to throw in some of the key phrases or the keyword that your customer are looking for. So that's tip number 8. Tip number 9, mention the link to your website. This is a very common mistake that I see. I see a lot of people uploading videos, but they never mention, if they have a landing page or website, they never mention in the description to go back and visit the site. Okay, so let's see. So tip number tip number 9 is mention the link to your website in the description. So for example, the description has to be enticing. So let's say if I did a video on beginner's guide on yoga, for example. So when I start the description, I'm going to say, for more information or to book an appointment or a session, click this link. And after that, I'm going to say a step-by-step guide on how to start a basic yoga for beginners. This video will show you how to implement a yoga technique to improve your health. Why? Because you're thinking in terms of the what question and why question, right? So why, what I'm talking about, and why it's beneficial to you. So that's why I mentioned a step-by-step guide on how to start a basic yoga for beginners. This video will show you how to implement yoga technique to improve your health. That's how you put the description. Does that make sense? So think of it from that perspective. Okay? See the question right there. Rob, what's going on, my man? Yoga, ouch. What's going on, bro? Good to see you, brother. Thank you for tuning in. So that was tip number 9. Tip number 10, okay, add more content so visitor can click on show more. What does that mean? When you write the description, if you want to write more content within the description, let's say you gave that short intro, but you also want to tell the visitor, hey, if you want to learn more, here are some of the social media channels, or if you want to put some type of timestamp for your video, because let's say your video is a 10-minute, and every 2 minutes there's a title or there's a point or a bullet point, you can put that on the description so people can click on it and directly will take them to that subtitle, for example, right? So that's what I mean by show more. So if you add more text content within the description, maybe like up to 200 words, then automatically will say show more. Okay. Tip number 11, mention in the description why the video is important and how the viewers will benefit, which I just mentioned the example a few minutes ago. That's tip number 11, is to mention why the video is important and how it will benefit the viewers. Okay. Tip number 12, write up to 200 words. Okay. Tip number 13, add a link at the beginning of the description and also at the end with the proper call to action. Like, you know, if you want to book a session, if you want to learn more, click this. Also, when you're done with the description at the end, don't forget to mention the audience. Hey, by the way, don't forget to click this link to get X, Y, and Z. Okay. Let's see, tip number 14, add a playlist on your YouTube channel. So if you have, let's say, eventually you're gonna have a lot of YouTube videos, so try to create a playlist for every topic or theme. For example, if I do a video, tons of video on Facebook marketing, I'm gonna do a playlist for Facebook marketing. If I do a bunch of videos on SEO or YouTube, then I can make a playlist for that. Why? Because this will make it so much easier for your viewers to basically look at your channel and look at the playlist and basically jump from one content to another based on the playlist. And I see so many people don't utilize that, right? So go ahead and try that. In fact, I also need to fix my playlist as well in my channel because it's kind of half broken. Okay, so do that. Okay, add the playlist. So that was a tip number 14. Tip number 15: use brackets in your title, because according to HubSpot, which is a very well-known company in the digital marketing industry, they basically said that almost what is it? An industry study by HubSpot said adding brackets to a title increases the click by 33%. So let's say if I have 10 lists in a bracket of yoga for beginners, right? That's what they mean by brackets. Greg L. Guzman just got here. Would you briefly outline the points you want over, just like the 20 seconds, and then you can continue? I really appreciate it. No, man! Okay, sure, I will. 1 second. Let me start from the first tip. The first tip. So the first tip is to start creating thumbnail for your YouTube videos that you can upload it. Make sure your thumbnail stands out. What I mean by that, like yellow color background or green or big text, easy to read, your face. Don't use color that matches the YouTube color. Use significant text within the thumbnail. What I mean by that, you can make it big and stand out, but not a whole paragraph or bunch of bullet points that makes it hard for people to read, right? And use a keyword-based or question-based title for your video, because that's what the audience are looking for. Okay, so that was 1, 2, that's almost like 5 tips. Tip number 6 was use the keyword research tools to help you find out what your customer are looking for, so you can make a video based on those titles. So you can use keywordtool.io tool. You can use answerthepublic.com. You can also use the Google Keyword Planner, which is completely free. So that was tip number 6. Tip number 7, start with an introduction in your description. So when you upload the video, your description space on the bottom, it's for you to write a content there. So you can start with, for more information, click the link, then say something like, this is a step-by-step guide on how to start a basic yoga for beginners. This video will show you how to implement a yoga technique to improve your health. This is just an example. You can look how I use the what and why it's beneficial to the audience. Frame it that way, okay? Tip number 8, add relevant keyword within the description. Makes sense, right? And also, don't forget to mention the link of your website again at the end of the description. So you're going to put on the beginning and also at the end. Okay, so that was tip number 9. Tip number, let's see. Mr. Lopez, how you doing, sir? Thank you for tagging. Let's see, it's a question right here. Okay, so that was tip number 9. Tip number 10, when you write the description for YouTube videos, right? The first short, like 3 to 4 paragraph, try to use the space to add more information. Like, so you can tell the audience if you want to come to my other social channels, if you want to learn more things. So you can write up to like 200 words right there, right? Because when you write more content within the description, what happens, you will get the small show more or read more option for the audience to click and read more stuff, right? And don't forget that the YouTube search engine can actually read all those. So that was tip number 10. Tip number 11, mention in the description why the video is important and how the viewers will benefit. What I mean by that, when you put the description, think of it from that perspective, why the video is important and how it's going to benefit them, okay? Tip number 12, write up to 200 words. Tip number 13, add the link at the beginning. I'm repeating again, I know, at the beginning of the description and also at the end. And tip number 14, don't forget to create a playlist for your videos. If you have like 10, 20, 30 videos, different themes, make sure you create a playlist for this theme. For example, if Mr. Lopez right here wants to create a video on how to use shingles for specific houses, and all the videos about that, it's going to be about the shingles, right? If he's going to do a video about how to use metal type of roofing, then he can talk about all the videos on that. He will make a playlist for each subtopic, so it'll be easier for the viewers to go through those playlists and watch the videos. Make sense? So that was, let's see, 14. Tip number 15, and that is sometime you can use a bracket within the title, because according to HubSpot, they found that adding brackets on the title of the video can increase up to like 33% clicks. Make sense? Tip number 16, write the title. So the title of your video should not be more than 50 characters. You can do it between 40 to 50 characters. But if you add, it's including spaces, but if you add more than 50 characters, you're going to get the dot, 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 right? Keep it between 50 characters. Tip number 17, use tags from suggested videos. So what happened before YouTube purchased, before Google purchased YouTube back in the day, like more than decades ago, you were able to look at your competitors' videos and click on the video and click the statistics. It will show you what kind of tags they're using, which is like a bunch of keywords. They don't have that anymore because Google hides it. But I can share with this awesome tool that can help you to look at top videos or videos that get a lot of traffic and look and see what kind of tags they have. And the cool thing about this tool, it can show you, let's say this particular video has 10 tags, but guess what? Out of the 10 tags, only 4 of them is actually highly valuable, and it's going to be colored in red, which means pick those because that's more beneficial for you, right? So there's a tool called TubeBuddy. Okay, they have a free version and a paid version. The free version does a lot of stuff, so you can stick with that. And another one called VidQ, but I highly recommend. Both are similar, but I use more of a TubeBuddy. So check that one out. I'm going to show you in a few seconds. And tip number 18: make sure you select the proper category for your video or any kind of category close to your video. That's very, very important because that's one of the other mistakes that people do, that they don't pick the correct category for their videos. Okay, now let me show you this awesome tool that can help you do so much stuff. In fact, I might play a video and let me know if the video comes up. So this is TubeBuddy. It is, they do have they do have a paid version, a free version, but the free version can do most of the work for you anyway. It's an amazing service. It's a Chrome extension. You can actually add this extension to your Chrome browser. Okay, once you do that, you can look at your own YouTube videos and other competitors' videos. It's really awesome. Installing the plugin is completely free. See that? And guess what? Now they added this awesome feature called Advanced Keyword Research within the TubeBuddy. How awesome is that? Because what's going to happen? All the keyword research that you are doing, it's within the YouTube search engine. So that's going to be very good for you. It can also help you to create, is there an extension you can add for Safari browser? For Safari, that's a good question. I don't know if TubeBuddy has it for Safari. Actually, there is. Look, one second. Chrome, Firefox, Opera, Explorer. Right, that's Explorer. And that's iPhone, Android. I'm sorry, I don't know if there's for Safari. Let me check with VidIQ. Let's see if VidIQ has it for Safari. You know what? If you don't have, if here's another thing, Greg. What you can do, the workaround, if there's no plugin for Safari, you can just basically download Firefox or Chrome to basically resolve your situation. Okay, so let's see if VidIQ has it for Safari or not. Let's see. This is VidIQ. It's similar to TubeBuddy. Let's see if they work with. Let's see what they work with. Let's see. Do they have? I don't remember if they have it for Safari. I know Chrome and Firefox is the most popular one, but let me see. Also, installing this VidIQ extension is also free. They have a free version and a paid version as well. I'm not sure. You can double check. I'm not sure. Extension solution. Extension. Click on the extension. Let me click on the extension. So Chrome extension. What else they have? That's it for Chrome. Chrome extension. Yeah, so VidIQ looks like only for Chrome, but TubeBuddy has it for Chrome, Firefox, Opera, and Explorer. Now they call it Edge. Let me go ahead. So in your situation, if there is no plugin for Safari, like I said, great. Just go ahead and download the Chrome or Firefox. So it also helps you to create thumbnail from here. It helps it to do a lot of research in rank higher in the search result. Let's see, get more views and subscription. This is pretty cool. Test tweak and win the click. Okay, more than 3 million people are using TubeBuddy. Look at the companies also that using it. Big companies use this. Now there's a video here. It's 4 minutes. Let me see if I can play it. Okay, if the sun comes out, let me know. Let me know. If it doesn't come out, let me know.
What is TubeBuddy? Can it help me grow on YouTube? How do I use it? Hello everyone, I'm Andrew Camp from TubeBuddy, and in this video, we're going to teach you how to get started with TubeBuddy. Every tool mentioned in this video will be linked in our description down below.
Yeah, I'll talk about that in a few minutes.
Each tool,
Great.
You can watch a full
You don't hear this?
tutorial. To start, you'll need to have TubeBuddy installed. Simply head over to tubebuddy.com and click the install button to install our browser plugin for free. It's available for Chrome, Firefox, and Safari browsers. Once installed,
oh, there you go. Safari has it.
Now you'll see the TubeBuddy
so you can use TubeBuddy
menu, where you can find our toolbox of tools to help you with your channel. Our goal at TubeBuddy is to be your best friend on the road to YouTube success. By using our tools, you'll spend less time managing your videos so you can focus more on creating them. The first thing you'll see in our TubeBuddy menu is the area we call Quick Links. From this menu, you can navigate around YouTube with ease. No more wasting time hunting for the section you're looking for. Just click on any of these links and it will take you to the right page. We want to save you time right from the upload screen. We allow you to do that with upload defaults. Save time on each new upload by having your title, descriptions, and tags ready for a series. Another way to speed up this process is by cards and/or end screen templates. This allows you to have your cards and end screens ready right from the upload page, saving you time and allowing you to create more. Speaking of saving you time, we have a variety of features that let you make bulk updates to some of the elements of your video. Click on the My Videos page. Here you can update multiple videos' descriptions, cards, or end screens at once. The process is very similar for each one of these features. For example, to copy cards, we can simply copy this playlist link across all of our videos. This will encourage viewers to watch more of our videos in succession and connect more with our channel. The process is very similar. Another easy way to connect viewers is through our comment moderation tools. If you head to the comments page, you'll see the TubeBuddy icon. Here you can easily filter through comments that you haven't replied to yet, comments that need to be followed up on, comments that contain questions, or comments from subscribers or Patreon supporters. This way you can easily prioritize your comments and better engage your community. Once you start to filter through your comments, you may find some people often ask similar questions. To help make your life a little simpler, we offer canned responses. You can create standard replies as simple as a thank you, or as complex as a welcome message. You decide what you want your canned response to be, and also when to use them.
This is awesome.
TubeBuddy also offers research tools for planning out your future videos. Our Keyword Explorer is a great place to start when you get an idea for new content, but you want to see how it may perform. Start by entering any keyword. Our tool analyzes that keyword and gives you an overall score, related keywords, and the most used tags from the current top-ranking videos. It'll also show you the current search results, trending queries, and historical data for the term.
That's awesome.
And finally, where in the world it's being searched for the most. This tool helps you craft searchable titles and gives you better keywords for your tags and descriptions. These optimizations will help your videos rank higher in search results, which is so important since YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. We offer nearly
this thing is free,
TubeBuddy, and it would be nearly impossible.
But they do have extra
cool things
prices for additional stuff.
The license required for access to each tool will be listed in the bottom left-hand corner.
There you go.
Thumbnail generator to create thumbnails within YouTube.
Wow, look at that.
A/B testing to determine which thumbnails perform the best for your channel. Promo materials to track who is clicking on your content and to have a link to always redirect to your most recent video. Member perks, including music, graphics, channel valuation, and an easy way
they improved a lot.
A mobile app so you can take some of our amazing TubeBuddy tools on the go.
There you go, Greg.
TubeBuddy is free to download and offers a whole set of free tools to better grow and manage your channel. After watching this video, we hope you have a better understanding of some of the great things you can do with TubeBuddy. If you want to learn how to use TubeBuddy to its fullest, consider subscribing to our YouTube channel to see our latest features and how to use them. I'm Andrew Cam from TubeBuddy, and we hope to help you save time and get you back to creating.
You see how amazing is that? I mean, you can, for now, use the free version because you can do a lot with the free version. The paid version, if you click on pricing, you will see what comes with the paid versions, right? So I wouldn't, start paying right now, but the free one should do the work. So the minimum price is $10 a month, but here it shows you what comes with the free version. See some of these features. See that? So initially, I say start with the free one until you, because honestly, it's going to take you a long time to generate or money. So some businesses use YouTube videos so they can get customer at their door, at their store for their business. But if you want to use YouTube to earn money from the YouTube videos or to monetize it, you're looking at like several years. Okay, it might take you like 3, 5, 6, 7 years to make some good money. But this is for businesses that wants to use the YouTube videos so they can get the customer, call them, or get the traffic to their website. Make sense? So right here, you can look at the more information about what comes with the free version and whatnot. So it is a super awesome tool. Okay. All right. Where are we? So that was tip. What was tip number what? Let's see. Let me look right here. That was a tip number 18. Tip number 18. Tip number 19, share your YouTube videos on other social media sites, even though it might not give you, for example, on Facebook, when you share YouTube videos on Facebook, what happens, Facebook basically prevents the YouTube count. I mean, people can still watch it, but if you look at the actual YouTube video, you will notice that the viewer count did not increase because Facebook blocks it. But that's fine because people are still going to learn from your YouTube videos, and they might even come back to your YouTube channel. Share them, tweet them, share them on your LinkedIn account, even Pinterest. So do share them because you want to increase your visibility, right? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Tip number 20, mention the keyword several times within the video. So if I'm going to talk about, for example, the 7 tips on how to travel on a budget, and I'm doing like 10-minute videos, so sometimes I'm going to mention that title again from time to time. That's tip number 20. Tip number 21, upload a transcript, or when you upload the video to your YouTube automatically will create this captioning, which is like a transcript for your words. So now this is very good on many reasons. The first reason, for people with disability, people that cannot hear, or for them, they need to read the captioning, because if you don't go back to your YouTube Creator Studio or the dashboard, the caption is going to be like kind of sometimes jumbled and weird, right? So you have to go back and adjust it and tweak it. You can also copy it and download it and put it on your website. I'm going to tell you why in a few seconds, okay? So tip number 21, either upload the transcript or adjust the closed captioning. Tip number 22, when you post your video on your blog, right? You can have the title, you have the title, the video, right? Try to copy and paste the captioning, or turn, basically make a transcript for that video. To do that without paying anybody, you can just copy the captioning, the closed captioning from YouTube, and put it nicely on the blog page. So that way you have a video and also a transcript. This helps the search engine to read those texts. You can get new traffic to that particular page, and from there you can capture the audience to come back to your YouTube videos. Make sense? All right, so that was tip number 22. Now, just to remember, the way the YouTube rank videos, that is based on how you increase the engagement. What I mean by that, if more people comment on the video, or if they click like, or they subscribe, so all 3 elements, if it increases, this is how sometime your video going to be on the one of the factors that can make your YouTube videos be on the first page of YouTube. Okay. So that's it. It was only 22 tips on how to increase visibility for your YouTube videos. Greg says, is there a way we can share on Instagram? I know they're strict with links, but I don't want to replace the link in my bio, which is already linking my website. That is an excellent question. What you can do on your Instagram, you need to make sure that it always go to your website and not YouTube. The issue with Instagram, there's no way for you to share it on Instagram because let's say it depends if it's a 1 minute or 2 minute, I think 1 minute video, then you can share a clip on Instagram and tell the audience to look you up on YouTube. There's no way to go back. The only way for them to go back if they go to the profile and click on the website, and maybe from the website there is an icon for YouTube or a page that says YouTube videos. That's the only option that I can think of that you can try to take the traffic back to your YouTube. And what you can do, if you have like a 5 or 10 minute video on YouTube, you can use the Instagram as a teaser, right? So you can make a quick 1 minute video, take a couple of clips from the YouTube video, add some text only for Instagram and push it on Instagram so people can see it, and from there they can come back to your Instagram. Or you can also upload that same video on Instagram TV, right? But if you do that, they're going to stick on Instagram TV and then they're going to leave that. So that's, again, your option. Great question, by the way. All right, so we are done with the, 22 tips on how to increase visibility for YouTube channel. When we talk about the helpful tools, you can use Canva to basically create the thumbnails or the banner for YouTube channel. You can use TubeBuddy. We talked about that. I highly recommend that you only need to use TubeBuddy. vidIQ, I haven't used it, but some of my colleagues told me it's similar. You can look into it, but I still say check out TubeBuddy. Use the Answer the Public, Google Keyword Planner, KeywordTool.io. Okay? These are the helpful tools that can help you to research, and also I can help you to create some cool stuff, for the images and whatnot. Now, when you do a keyword research, any benefits to Instagram TV, posting to Instagram TV, Chris, what's going on, my man? Thank you for tuning in, brother. Good question, Greg. If the objective of your content to basically take the viewers back to your blog, then you're actually utilizing the Instagram TV to get more viewers or different viewers from that channel to your site. Make sense? Because you don't want to put everything in one basket. So you are utilizing different channels so you can grab your interested audience from those places back to your website. That's why. Okay. Wouldn't I want to just keep it on YouTube to keep my viewers there? That's an excellent question. Yeah, because if you're only focusing on YouTube, you want to keep YouTube viewers there, and that's there. And plus, those are YouTube users, YouTube viewers, and not the same like Instagram TV viewers. Those could be different. And remember, we cannot rely on these third-party tools, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, because we don't own them, right? Your website is your real estate. So eventually, everyone has to go back to the website. Why? Because from there, you can capture the name and email addresses. You can do that with YouTube or Instagram, because even if you do have followers and subscribers, you have no right to send them emails, for example, because they never, give you the permission to receive an email. Make sense? So you have to send everybody back to your site. But YouTube can be one of the ways for you to generate traffic back to the site. Now, but if you do want to focus only on YouTube, you can do that too. Because in the beginning, we talked about planning and strategy. So go back to the planning and strategy and figure out what you want to do and then start from there. I'm not sure if you have a lot of experience making videos, but I've been doing this since 2006, my friend. You can look at my friend Uma Films. That's how I started with YouTube videos with him, and I help other businesses a lot. And I also have some videos, if you just check my channel, old one. I'm not sure if you have, yes, I do have experience. But what's an effective way to plug your website and other information at the beginning of your video without annoying your viewers, trying to get to that point quicker? You know what I mean? Yes, I know what I mean, but the idea of quicker doesn't help. I talked about this many times. So here's what you can do. I talked about the description has your link, right? In the beginning, you don't want to, when somebody watches your videos, you don't want to upsell right front. Okay? Did I say that? Does that scare everybody? Right? You got to focus on the content itself. When people enjoys it at the end, you can say, again, it's up to you. Subscribe to my channel, or don't forget to, you can make, what do you call it? The YouTube card, or you can tell them this is, don't forget to visit the website. Those are the ways. That's it. You can try these. and see how they're going to back to your website. Okay, great question. All right, let's talk about how to do a proper keyword research. When you do a keyword research, look for, as I mentioned in the beginning, look for a question-based search terms. Okay, when you go to Google browser or YouTube browser, when you start typing a keyword or a question, there's something called auto complete search. That what I mean by that, when you tap the word, in a few seconds you will get options of many other terms and keywords and whatnot coming up. Utilize that. Makes sense? Look also at what other people ask. Okay. Look for titles. What kind of popular questions and title your audience asking. We mentioned in a few minutes how to use Answer the Public, how to use Google Keyword Planner, and keywordtool.io. Okay. If you go to YouTube's box search, it does the same thing like how it does on Google, right? So this is how you do the keyword research. Now let's talk about. Let me know if you have any question about the keyword research, anything like that. Let me know, please. No questions. All right, 10:46 p.m. Central Time, right here in San Antonio, Texas. Now, so you made the strategy, you made the plan. You're consistently going to produce awesome content for your audience on a weekly basis. Let's say for a weekly basis, you optimize them. You did the proper keyword research. You followed the 22 steps on how to increase visibility, right? Let's say you did it for several months or few months, and now you want to find out what has happened to the actual video. In this case, you have to look into the analytics. So once you log into the YouTube channel, the YouTube channel, then YouTube Creator Studio, on your left-hand side, the dashboard, there's an option called Analytics. Once you click on the Analytics, you will see so many information in front of you, right? So what I'm going to ask you to do is focus on some of the most important one, and the rest you can learn them later, right? The first one is look for watch time, okay? Like how many minutes of the time they watch your video. If your video is 5 minutes, did they finish the whole 5 minutes or what? What's going on there, right? So watch time, look for watch time. Also look for clicks. The views, somebody's outside. The views clicks, right? How many clicks for the views? Look for average view duration. That means if you have 20 videos and each one of them is 10 minutes, what's the average duration? Is it 6? Is it 7? That's actually not bad. But if it's 3 or 2 minutes, that's not good, okay? Look for the demographics, the gender and their information. Look for how many subscribers you have. That's 5. Look for impression, means how many times the video showed up in YouTube. And also look for device type, how many of them watching from cell phone, laptop, or desktop. Look for audience retention, how many people are coming back to the video, right? Also look for likes and dislikes. Look for videos in a playlist, that's 10. And also look for comments and sharing. What's going on, Brandy?
Not much. What's happening? Hot stuff?
Nothing much, just, doing my live streaming.
Oh, hi.
Right? That was a funny intro.
Yeah.
You going to work tonight?
Yeah, I'm gonna work. I'm gonna get to it.
All right. There you go. Okay, folks. So that's what I'm talking about. Important areas to look for when it comes to the analytics. Okay, so these are the areas to look for: the watch time, the view clicks, average duration, demographics, subscribers, impressions, device type, audience retention, likes and dislike, video and playlist, comments and sharing. Okay. All right. Any questions so far? So what is the new YouTube rule? It's not new. This came out like last year. It's called COPPA, which stands for Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. And the reason it came about because there was a settlement with the FTC and the New York Attorney General. YouTube was actually fined $170 million for violating the COPPA Act. Okay. So the law, basically what it does, it prohibits from gathering personal information on children, anybody's, below 13, without their parents' consent. Okay. So if you want to learn more, just go to the FTC website and just look up the complaint for COPPA. That's a COPPA. Okay. So YouTube, what happens right now, according to this law, you have to make sure that when you upload the videos, you have to select if these videos for kids or not for kids. You have to actually put that in the channel, okay? Why? Because it says here, according to this law, YouTube will no longer collect data on viewers, from the browser cookies, and show them targeted ads. Instead, contextualize ads based on the video's content. So if you're running ad, they're not going to see it, but they're going to only see the ad based on their behavior of what kind of videos they're watching. These videos in channels will also lose several features. That means if you select these videos that are for kids, you're going to lose several features. What are those features? Like you're not going to have a comment section. You're not going to have an info card feature, so you can add the website or the link there. And also the end screen will be disabled. That means, how at the end of the video you can add several screen. You will not have that, okay? Channels will no longer have a notification bell either. You know how when the video is finished, you can tell the audience, click this bell so you can get notification. It's not going to come with it. There's not going to be a community tab or stories, anything like that. So that's the thing with videos only for kids. So it's kind of a dilemma because there are some folks that make videos for kids like toys and reviews, and they actually monetize. They make money through that. And if they put not for kids, they're going to lose all that. Okay? Hey, Keisha, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, your channel is pretty much dead. Of course. Of course it's dead. Like everybody, what's going on here? Thank you for tuning in. Okay? So these are some of the new rules of CAPA. Okay? So if you want to make sure that the videos that you're uploading meant for kids or not, what you have to do, you have two options. You can set on the channel level or the video level. Okay. With the channel level, all you have to do when you log into your YouTube channel, go to the Creator Studio, then click on Settings. Then after that, with the setting, then click the channel again, then Advanced Setting, and from there you can select the audience, whether this is for kids or not for kids. CAPA, you haven't heard of CAPA? That's the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, which means shukran ya Gregel Guzman. I'm sure to say none of my, yeah, that's it. If you did say none of your videos for kids, you're good, because if you do, you're gonna lose all those features and capabilities. So that's fine. Now recently, because of the COVID-19, what happened? YouTube's algorithms start to remove videos with the subject or anything that has to do with the coronavirus. So unfortunately, what happened, there were some YouTubers, like, people in the profession, even some of their legitimate videos were actually deleted because now the algorithm is just basically gone crazy. Nobody is there, probably. There's no humanly views to confirm whether this is legit or not. So you're going to notice some videos getting removed. There's an article, I think, in TechCrunch that talks about that. But when it comes to CAPA now, we need to make sure that just select not for kids and you're good to go. All right? Okay, let's see. Just to let you know, there's one question somebody asked here. What if a creator don't comply with the CAPA rules? So what's going to happen is this. The FTC has clarified that let's see, what is it? It could directly fine channel owners who abuse the system. So you're going to get fined up to like more than $40,000 per mislabeled video. This means the creator, not YouTube, are responsible for the correct labeling of the videos. Make sense? Yeah, the virus videos have limited ads. And not just that, if you look at the CDC, you will notice that the CDC information pops in the bottom. That is actually automatically, they're pushing that. It's not an ad. So anybody talks about coronavirus, those information are going to show up below their videos. Whether the information is correct or not, CDC is not looking at that. They're just making sure that you are going to get the information from CDC itself, even if the video was not 100% correct. How can we avoid demonetization? Excellent question, Greg. Well, unfortunately, you just have to follow the YouTube's rule and guideline, and sometimes they keep changing the guideline, and eventually you can get demonetized because whatever you're doing something right, they're gonna come there and say, okay, we don't want this anymore. So it's not a fault of your own. Makes sense? That's why I tell a lot of folks, you cannot rely and depend on these channels because you do not own them. That's why build your own website, build your own membership service, write your own books, sell your services, sell your consulting. Don't always depend on these companies because honestly, you don't own them, right? I mean, of course, people back in the day used to earn through AdSense and affiliate commission, whatnot. But imagine you have this knowledge and now you can teach others, let's say how to blog, for example, right, for traveling, or you can do consulting, or you can partner with somebody to provide services. Make sense? So when you're trying to monetize, try many other venues. Yes. Oh, you're just looking. Okay. So that's it. That's how you monetize. And I know a friend of mine, a business owner, who amazingly does 3 to 4 videos per week. She's been doing it for like more than 5 years. She gets sponsorship money. She makes money through commission, through affiliate, through YouTube ads, and now she's really doing very good. But after like several years, I mean, for the first 3-4 years, she was making like a couple of $100, but with patience and love for what she does. I mean, you can see her love for putting this content and educating the audience. She has like more than 35,000 subscribers. She makes like in thousands now, combining everything, plus with her consulting other stuff. Makes sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay, so that's it, folks. It is 10:56 p.m. Central Time. Let me know if y'all have any more questions on the subject of YouTube. Tomorrow is Friday, so tomorrow I definitely come back around 9 or 10. Tomorrow I might talk about something where Mr. Brad was asking me to help people how they can start an e-commerce, and maybe I'll talk about that. Yeah, I want people to understand how online marketing works, what they need to understand, where they need to start, and how to start, that kind of stuff. So that's going to be for tomorrow. Now, if you have any questions, any other subject you want me to cover, please let me know. Because this Saturday, I'm going to do a seminar on the search engine optimization for 2020. Yes, Arabic class tomorrow in my office. So I'm glad you mentioned that. Let me just email everybody. For those who can't attend, they can. I'll send them some resources that they can study at home. But for those who want to come, it's gonna be right here in my office, and we'll do that. Okay. So don't forget, Greg, the writing. I think we covered. I don't know if we covered most of it. Let me know how far we covered, so we can continue tomorrow. All right. Any more questions, everybody? It is 10:58 p.m. Central Time. 10:58 p.m. Central Time. Let me know if you have any more questions. I'm gonna wait for like 2 more minutes. Bro, please do a class on Patreon and monetizing your platform in depth and how to set these things up. Let me see if I can do that. Because every day I have a workshop on the subject. This Friday and next Friday I have. Let me see if I can have a window open on next Friday so I can talk about monetization. By the way, did you get a chance to look at the awesome free course from Href? I posted it on my Facebook. Href is offering how to monetize through blogging, and I haven't looked at it yet. I'm gonna spend this weekend, possibly maybe Sunday, to go through it. It's an amazing company. They specialize in search engine marketing. Search engine tools, and he's basically one of the team members. Offered a free course. It costs a lot of money, but they are not charging it. Let me see if I can tag you. Oh, here we go. Let me tag you. Check it out, because 4 hours of videos. Let me tag you here. Okay, here we go. So check it out. I mean, I'm sure it's 10 video lessons and it's 4 hours. So he talks about a lot. It usually costs like $800, but he's giving it away for free. Check it out. It's for bloggers and how to use blogging for business. See if it's something beneficial for you. I'm going to go through it maybe Sunday. And next week, I will definitely talk about different options on monetization for sure. The other day, Fabian Fabian is doing like daily videos on how to use videos for business, and he talked about some of the awesome tools for for the phone. And I keep telling him, man, you're sharing amazing stuff. Just Set up a Amazon affiliate and share these links so people can buy it, and you can get paid commission, like anywhere between 5 to 10%. Angel, what's going on, my man? How are you? Good to see you. I'm actually done. You're too late. Please watch the replay. Watch the replay. It is 11 o'clock, folks. 11 o'clock. Inshallah. Greg, remind me, inshallah, okay? Because there's so many ways to monetize. I'm going to mention all those options, okay? So do remind me. I'll do my best. Because on Friday, there's no class except the Arabic class. And at night, we can have an open subject. If Brad didn't ask me, I would have talked about this tomorrow. But, Brad was asking me this week. Some of his audience needs some help on how to, when it comes to e-commerce, what can we look into. So I do need to talk about that tomorrow. You know what I mean? Tawsif, salam alaikum, akhi. How are you? What are the tools for editing YouTube videos? Here's the thing. Good question. You can edit YouTube videos from YouTube itself. YouTube has a basic editing backend system. You can use that. When it comes to other, what do you call it? Video editor, you can use iMovie for Mac, something very basic. If you're looking for something highly sophisticated and advanced with bells and whistles, then of course Adobe or Final Cut. But those are for like professional stuff. If you don't want to do any professional technique, then iMovie should be enough, or YouTube video itself, because it depends what do you want to edit. It depends on the nature of your content and the editing quality. What do you want? And there are tons of apps and software out there. Some of them are free. There was one super free. I forgot the name though. I need to remind me, Tawsif, later on, because there was one super free. I think it was a Linux based, but it can work on PC and Mac. I just can't remember the name. I'll definitely remind you for the next Friday for sure. Absolutely. iMovie, yeah. For if you have Mac, iMovie is free. It really does a very good job. How is Final Cut Pro worth for it? No, Final Cut for professional, bro. You don't need with that, because here's the thing. To be honest with you too, your phone can do a lot of amazing editing, right? Even just any basic editing app on the phone can be done. If you take like a 1 minute video, of course, but if you use a DSLR or camera, like professional camera, then of course you have to upload it, then you have to crop it, you have to adjust it, and so that those kind of editing takes time. So I wouldn't invest in any what do you call software that costs a lot of money, because you're in the process of building your blog to eventually add value and generate income, right? So you got to think smart. I mean, if you have the money, of course, to blow it, no big deal, because you're gonna get that money back eventually anyway. But now you gotta think like on a shoestring budget. So you have to figure out how many times I'm going to spend and what kind of tools I'm going to use. You'll be surprised that if you bootstrap things, what I mean by that, there's so many tools out there that you don't have to do something crazy. If you're doing basic video, like showing a couple of clips of video where you went and putting your voice and just putting your text, you can do that with any mobile app, man, or any software like iMovie. Make sense? If you have a PC, for the PC, I have to find that software. I have to find that free software that I was telling Tawsif. What are the cropping dimension for YouTube? The cropping dimension for YouTube is the standard, which is the 1619. It's a standard crop. I think the 1916. 1 second. Let's see. The video player, it's on YouTube video. Recommended dimension 426 times 240. 640 times 360. So there are several dimensions. Okay, let me show you right here. Let's see. YouTube. One second. Because with YouTube, when you upload the video, most of them fit the YouTube, because they're all, it fits it automatically, but not like the Facebook square post, anything like that. Let's see, 2019. One second. So it depends. It depends on the quality. If it's a 1080 HD, then it's going to be 1920 times 1080 pixels. If it's 720 HD, then it's going to be like 1280 to times 720 pixels. Yeah, so they're different dimensions. So you can just Google that, or you can go to the YouTube support page and they'll show you all the dimensions. To look for the perfect size, dimension, revolution, resolution. There you go. So this one link right here. Let me share this. I'll tag you right here. So check this link. Okay, it has all the YouTube size, video size. Okay, so anything else, folks? It is 11:06. Do y'all have any more questions? I'm gonna wait for 1 more minute. All right, looks like there's no more questions. Thank you, folks. I highly appreciate that you all tune in tonight. Don't forget, for any topic or any questions, DM me or leave your questions below. If you're watching this as a replay, tap the word replay. And if you can also share it later on, I would highly appreciate it again. Okay? All right, folks, stay safe. And make sure you use this opportunity while you're all sitting at home. Use this opportunity to build something. Invest your time in positive things with your friends and family, and always look for a solution. Okay, always look for something to improve. Okay, I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye bye for now.